are all set to go up in Himachal Pradesh, with the Sukhu government imposing a new welfare cess of 60 paisa per litre on petrol and diesel. The money will be used for welfare scheme for orphans and widows. But the Bharatiya Janata Party has slammed the move, calling this another burden on the people and questioning the government's figures on the beneficiaries and payments. The Congress-led government says that the new cess will help strengthen the welfare scheme in their state. So the fuel prices in Himachal Pradesh are all set to go up, with the Sukhu government imposing a new welfare cess of 60 paisa per litre on petrol and diesel. And this money then will be used for the welfare scheme for orphans and widows. Poonam is joining us live on the broadcast with more details. Poonam, we are learning that the fuel prices are all set to go up in Himachal Pradesh, and this money will be used for the welfare schemes. Give us more details about this.
Yeah, obviously the Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu-Led Himachal Pradesh government has introduced an orphan and widow welfare cess in the state, and it has come into effect from the midnight today, resulting in an increase of 60 paise per litre in the price of both petrol and high-speed diesel. The revenue generated through this, as the government says, that this cess will be utilized for the dedicated welfare fund aimed at supporting orphan children and widows across the state. But straight away, as the people now have to pay more for petrol, now there will be more hike in price of petrol and diesel in Himachal Pradesh. Now people have to bear more tax on petrol in Himachal Pradesh.
All right, so that is the latest we are learning as far as the fuel price hike in Himachal Pradesh is concerned. Poonam, could you also tell us about what the Bharatiya Janata Party is saying on this? Because we have a reaction coming in from Amit Malviya of the BJP, and he has said that this is another burden on the people of Himachal Pradesh, and has also questioned the government's figures on beneficiary and payments as well.
Yeah, obviously the BJP government has, when the cess was introduced during budget session in April 2026, then also BJP opposed this cess, and they said that this is just a burden on people, and this type of cess should not be used as a government. If they want to do something in welfare of the people, they should use their own fund, not levy the tax on the public. Now this straight away BJP is also saying that this will increase price hike in other like vegetables and all, because whenever there is hike in petrol, all the the essential which are the most essential like vegetables and all, they will be price hike in other things also. Now the BJP claims that why people have to bear such test, and if they want to do welfare of the children and orphans, they should government should introduce their own policy. They should introduce their own fund, not they should take the fund from the people of Himachal Pradesh.
All right, so the Bharatiya Janata Party has called this another burden on the people of Himachal Pradesh, also questioning the government's figure on beneficiaries and payments. The Congress party and the Congress-led government there has said that the new cess will help strengthen the welfare scheme. So taking to social media, Amit Malviya of the Bharatiya Janata Party has said, and I quote, that the orphan and widow cess sounds like a noble cause, but in the absence of the data on the likely beneficiaries and the proposed payouts against the collection through the cess, it is nothing more than another attempt to fleece the people of Himachal Pradesh and upset their household budgets. He goes on to say that the Congress party has run the worst possible government in Himachal Pradesh. The people will completely smash the Congress out of power in 2027. So questions being raised as far as this decision by the Himachal Pradesh government is concerned. And now moving on and shifting our focus to dramatic visuals showing flames shooting from American Airlines jet engine. We are learning that flames suddenly erupted from the engine of Boeing 737 moments after the American Airlines jet struck birds during takeoff from South California. The pilot immediately declared a mayday and turned the aircraft back to the airport as emergency crew prepared to respond there on the ground. The dramatic incident has been captured on camera, and it has gone viral on social media as well. And there on your screens, you can see the moments after the aircraft struck bird during the takeoff from South California. The pilot declared a mayday and quickly turned the aircraft back to the airport. Akanksha Swaroop is joining us live on the broadcast with more details. Good morning, Akanksha. Take us through this particular incident. Dramatic visuals shows the flames shooting from American Airlines jet engine.
Absolutely. It's been a narrow escape for those 181 people who were on board this American flight 1760 Akanksha. It was originally headed to Charlotte, North Carolina, and it was taking off from Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. And as you can see, those sparks in the visuals go on to indicate how there were multiple birds which struck this aircraft, not one, but multiple. And there was bird debris also discovered. In fact, people who were at the beach reported flames shooting from this engine, which people, in fact, who were on the beach could even witness. And so this also led to an emergency landing. What seems like good news is that everyone who was on board is safe, and that this plane was very safely landed and has been taken into service to be inspected by the maintenance team at the American Airlines. It should be noted that the FAA, or the Federal Aviation Administration's database, just last year, remember, Akanksha, has been reporting how bird strikes or wildlife strikes have crossed over 20,000. I remember the figure that has been quoted is 24,000 to be precise, just last year. That's the data coming in from the FAA. So it will also help in understanding why such strikes happen, and perhaps the inspection will be able to avert such future accidents at this particular airline. But the passengers certainly had a narrow escape.
All right. Thanks so much, Akanksha, for putting that into perspective. An American Airlines flight made a safe return to the airport after the crew reported a bird strike during the takeoff. Flight 1760, a Boeing 737, was headed to Charlotte when the incident happened, and the plane returned to the airport at around 8:40 a.m. local time. FAA has launched an investigation into this incident. All right, so that is the latest as far as those dramatic visuals that you can see on your screen that shows flames shooting from American Airlines jet engine. Flames suddenly erupted from the engine of a Boeing 737 moments after the American Airlines jet struck birds during takeoff from South California. The pilot immediately declared a mayday and turned the aircraft back to the airport as the emergency crew prepared to respond on the ground. The dramatic incident was captured on social media. It has gone viral on social media as well. And it shows you moments after the aircraft struck birds during the takeoff from the international airport. The pilot declared a mayday and quickly turned the Boeing 737 back to the airport where the emergency crew were waiting. In fact, we're learning that investigation has been started into this. FAA has posted a statement on social media saying that American Airlines flight 1760 returned safely to the Beach International Airport at 8:40 a.m. local time on Monday. After the crew reported striking a bird while departing, the Boeing 737-800 was headed to Charlotte International Airport, and FAA will also investigate. So those are the concerning updates coming in from America as far as this entire incident is concerned.